Okay, so we're going to be working on hinging mechanics. The first thing I want you to do is the feet should be about hip or shoulder width apart. You can either have a band on it. Sometimes I'll show patients this with the band on or without. So the very first thing we want to do is look at our feet placement. And we're going to place our hands on either side of our glutes. So it should be on the side of the hip, not the back, and then also not the front, okay? So that's going to be the first thing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drive through the feet and slightly turn the knees out. We're going to do this a few times, and what we're looking for is the foot should stay in contact with the ground, but we should start to see our arch lift a little bit. So that creates stability in the foot. And then also, the reason why our hands are placed here is to see if there's any activation in the hips, okay? So what we should do in a perfect world, we should feel a little bit of arch support here. It's kind of like we're screwing our feet into the ground, we're rooting, and then we should feel this in the glutes just a little bit, okay? It's a very small movement. And so from the side, we're getting in that rooted position here. The next step is going to be sticking our hips back. And so the goal here is our back stays neutral, our spine stays neutral, and we're just moving at the hips. We're hinging at the hips here, okay? And one of the main things I see people do here is as soon as they start to hinge, their weight shifts backwards. Okay, see how my kneecaps, as I'm coming back, my kneecaps are shifting backwards, and the weight shifting backwards. We want to avoid that, okay? So one of the things I like to tell patients is the weight should be over the entire foot, okay? So equal weight distribution on the toes, the balls of the feet, the middle of the foot, as well as the heel, okay? So then when we go to stick the hips back, our center of gravity should be over the midfoot. Our kneecaps kind of stay over the midfoot instead of shifting backwards. And then we should feel a stretch in the hamstrings. And as we stand up, we're not standing up through the back. What we're doing is we're pushing through our feet and we're pushing the ground away from us, okay? So in a perfect world, once we start to get this down, what we should feel is stretching in through here. We're driving through our feet and feeling our glutes stand us up. So we should not feel this in the low back. The key here is super slow, because the faster we go, if I stand up really quickly, my body's going to be doing what it's used to be doing. It's going to be utilizing those back muscles. So again, sticking the hips back, weight is over the feet. As we stand up, we're driving through the feet to stand up, okay? And then last thing here is we want to remind ourselves before we even get started that we are kind of screwing those knees out, driving through the feet here, creating a little bit of stability in the arches, activating those hip muscles, so that way when we go do these things, we're really able to utilize a strong base of support. So we're driving those feet, utilizing the glutes to stand us up.